afraid, emotions getting in your way, afraid. But why you let me fall in love if you're afraid to commit? And don't call me in the middle of the night and say that you're not able to be loved. That's not right. No, I don't wanna be that one. Still a million miles from you, so I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I'll be around. Yeah. You're not scared of love, just scared of love. Alright, alright, enough. Just tell me if you want my love or not, or not. 'Cause I don't wanna be that one. Still a million miles from you, yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm around. I don't wanna be that one. No, still a million miles from you. So I'm gonna let you go. You go. Oh boy, if you only knew, not a day goes by without you on my mind. You couldn't go on together. You said nothing lasts forever, though you can't deny. Hold it all inside. No, you can trust me. Just close your eyes, knowing that I'm
Tell him I need my money right now. Promise the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. But don't waste my energy, my energy. I don't got much, don't be wasting all my energy. I keep it tight, don't let nobody get close to me. My heart is right, don't question my integrity. No, I thought we would be just fine, and I thought your heart was like mine. But let me find out, you've been going around throwing shots, running plots. Come on, man, tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true, true. Tell them I need my money right now. Promise the juice, they stole out my crown. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. Don't waste my loyalty, my loyalty. I let you in back then because I couldn't see, but now it's clear you ain't ever been true to me. My intuition ain't ever let me business. Do what you think you need to do to get your revenge, but you won't break me, God as my witness. Past the point of no return, I'm on a mission. Tryna block my blessings, but no need for comparisons. What's from me won't be from me. Yeah, I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. True. Tell him I need my money right now. Rob me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup it. Don't waste my.
She's putting all of her cards down on the table, knowing there's no way that she'll be able to win this one. But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody say, don't be afraid of loving yourself, 'cause that is all you got in the end. You got in the end. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that'll make her feel better? Make her feel better. And that's where she'll go. 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 Yeah, that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Talking to myself 'cause I don't know what I want. Yeah, I'm here talking to myself like someone's gonna respond. I'm getting tired of myself 'cause I don't know what I want. But I'm not out here on my own.
Yeah. I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got in pocket. I wanna empty out my wallet. I wanna stop motion, stand still. Wallace and Gromit. I wanna talk more endlessly. I wanna neurotically vomit. I want more dollars from my mama. I want a palace in Prada. I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships. I wanna gold plate my finance. I want endless tomorrows. I want a lot more than I got right now. But that's the problem. You could give me every little thing I'd ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all. Yeah, you can give me every little thing I ever want, but I'd never have enough till the day I had it all.
Oh, I see what you want,
baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
On second thought, I want $1 for everyone, not just for my mama. I want to hit the ball out on random pedestrians. I want my questions to be answered to my brain bored and questionless. I want more self-assurance. I don't ever want to second guess. I want somebody to shut the fuck up. Less heat trying to tell me yes again. I want so many best friends that I can't tell what friendship is. I want the diamonds, gold, and glitter. I want fast cars I'll never whip. I want it all till I'm empty in my castle of everything.
Oh, I see what you want, baby, but it might be just a little more than I can give you.
I want a cushy job that pay big bills and cheap thrills. Wanna mob out with my homies like Timmy, Tommy, and Dill. I'm not trying to be famous, okay, maybe a lil. Since I'm a rapper, I should buy me some grills and gold frills that I can sleep on while I contemplate pills and peep on, hold still. Might sedate you, just a fire at will. I got an appetite for hardship, big fish meets krill. Don't sleep, don't spill, I ain't got my fill. I want the beauty queen to make me show my pearly whites. The type of movie scene that make you count your blessings twice. It's not the only thing that's on my list, I checked it twice and sent it off to Santa's elves like I've been playing nice.
I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want. Oh, I see what you want.
You broke my heart 1,000,000 times. Can't count the times I made you cry. Oh, we're such a mess now, and we're burning out. I get so sad, the thought of losing you.
Mic check, 1, 2.
I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by.
Good morning, everybody.
Even the worst ones hate they
Can you confirm? And how's my
make me
audio
smile.
sound? Does the audio
I'd
sound
stop
okay?
the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. Oh, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. Can we be honest? You're my comfort zone. Whatever I say, don't let me go. I know you're angry, babe, and I am cold. I get so sad at the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones hate, they make me smile.
Marvy, I think the pick list is
I'd
coming
stop
out.
the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out.
Oh.
To work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah. To work things out, to work things out. Oh, yeah. To work things out, to work things out. To work things out, to work things out.
Mic check. All right.
Work things
Let's
out,
get ready, y'all.
to work things out.
Volume up.
To work things out, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, welcome to another chapter of Rich People Read, where we read a book a month to instruct you in the ways of the successful through the power of reading. I see all my good friends is joining and pulling up. I'm telling you guys, I'm not really in the mood today. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. We're not supposed to be reading today. We were supposed to be reading yesterday, right? We were supposed to read yesterday, but I needed that day. I needed yesterday, you guys. I couldn't do it. Hold on. I couldn't do it yesterday, y'all. So we're going to fly through today. Hold on. Couldn't do it yesterday. Don't feel like being here today. Not going to front. Couldn't do it yesterday. Don't feel like being here today. Hold on. I'm buying postage for all the orders that came in last night. I'm multitasking. You guys are actually here with me, watching me do my day job. Doing my day job. I got my associates in the back waiting on me so they can do what they supposed to do. So let's, we bought that. Let me buy this postage. Marvy, fire up Aaron's computer. Marvy, fire up Aaron's computer so the postage will print. Thank you. I'm coming, y'all. Just give me a second. I got to print. We got to get the orders out. Customers came and bought a bunch of stuff. Postage. All right. So that's done. That's done. Close that out. Close that out. We're going to minimize that. Minimize that. All right. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Welcome. My name is Mr. Shannon. Welcome to the live show. The live show. Welcome to the live show. The live book club. That's what this is. Rich People Read is a book club that we do live right here on YouTube. We do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's Tuesday, you say. Why are we doing this on Tuesday if you do it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Yesterday, I wasn't able to make it. So we're catching up. So we're going to read today and we're going to read tomorrow. We're reading currently The Richest Man in Babylon. You know, I'm going to do some camera because I think this camera's too bright. I think it's too bright. See, on one screen it's too bright. On the computer screen, it's not. I don't know. I'll look at the replay and see if I need to bring the lighting down. But this is The Richest Man in Babylon. I want you guys to all go grab this book. It costs $5. It's $4.95. This book is like $4.95, 98 cents or something like that. $4.99. Grab a copy of this book. This is what we're currently reading right now. Hold on. Let me bring it up. I'll even give you an example. I'll read you the description of this book. I'm not prepared today, you guys. I am sorry for a poor show. I hate that. But I don't want to push it off again. The Richest Man in Babylon, based on Babylonian parables, has been hailed as the greatest of all inspirational works on the subject of thrift, financial planning, and personal wealth. In simple language, these fascinating and informative stories set you on a sure path to prosperity and its accompanying joys. A celebrated bestseller, it offers an understanding and a solution to your personal financial freedom. Revealed inside of this book are the secrets to acquiring money, to keeping money, and making money earn even more money. That's the purpose of this book. That's the purpose of this book that we're reading, you guys. So I'm glad you guys are here. We have 17 pages to read today. I'm gonna just fire through them. You know last week when I was like, man, I'm not doing no sidebars. Today, I'm not doing no sidebars. Last week, I was like, I'm not doing no sidebars. And I ended up doing sidebars anyway. Today, I'm not doing no sidebars. We got to get through this today. And I got other stuff to do. And I got a lot of stuff on my mind. You know, my brother Kevin Samuels has passed. So that's troublesome. So we're going to get through this. I want to say hi to everybody that's here, though. I want to say hi to everybody that's here. You know, Lakeisha is here, my number one moderator. I appreciate her. Gail is here. Good morning, Gail. Or maybe good afternoon. I'm not sure where Gail is located. Hey, Gail. Kimberly is here. The Jim says she loves this. Oh, my man. No, I'm sorry. That's my man. My man said he loves this book. Exactly. Exactly. Let's continue. Miss Drea is here. Good morning, Drea. My man Sheet is here. Thomas Thompson is here. Black Savant is here. Stephen Day is here. D. Lynn is here. Jeez, Brittany B is here. All the amazing people. That's what, you know, like for those that are content creators, I know you know how it feels when you go to the chat, you see like your favorite names. Alvin, you see your favorite name show up. It's like, oh no, all my homies is here. Akeem, my homie Akeem McNair. It's like, shit, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's good to have you guys here, man. We're gonna go ahead and plow through this. This is a live book club for those that don't know. Please grab the book, and if you don't have the book, it's okay. I'll read it to you. We read it chapter by chapter. Every month we read a complete book. We're knocking this one out. This is an easy one. This one is going really, really, really fast. Today is probably the longest read. Actually, no, it's not. The very first day was the longest. This is only 17 pages, and I'm gonna blaze right through this. I'm gonna blaze right through this, you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I really don't want to keep the monologue going too long. We are simulcasting on Clubhouse, only because I want Clubhouse to archive the show. I want Clubhouse to archive the show because people go back and I see the replay. People replay the show at Clubhouse. So thank you guys for pulling up. Let's go ahead and move to the read screen. Today we are reading 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. If you don't have no money in the bank, if your bank account is kind of lean, ladies and gentlemen, if your money ain't right, if you're looking at a bank account with just a couple dollars in it, maybe a couple $100, maybe just a couple dollars, maybe just a couple $1,000, and you know that you're supposed to have more money than you have. Let's do it like that. You know, because it's all relative, right? A couple $100 to one person is a lot of money. That same $100 is money that somebody would blow at a restaurant. Somebody else would blow at a restaurant. Can you imagine being a multimillionaire all your life and you get down to just $10,000? You'd be ready to jump off a bridge. So a multimillionaire that's living all his life as a multimillionaire, wealth and opulence, and something happens and he gets down to his last $10,000. In that person's mind, that's complete failure. You look at somebody else's life, $10,000 is a blessing. They've never had that much money. They've lived their life hundreds of dollars at a time. Month after month after month, it's hundreds of dollars. It's never thousands. And if they ever do get thousands, it's like, whoa, but they don't keep it long. It's back to hundreds. So if they were to get $10,000, it's like, whoa, that's a blessing. Whereas to a millionaire, $10,000 is, they're ready to self-delete. So it's all relative. Perspective matters, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to think about your bank account and your perspective. Is it pretty lean? Should it have more than it currently has? Should you be doing better than you normally should be? What up, Sherwin? I'm seeing new Princess is here, my love. Should your bank account be a little bit better? Here we got 7 cures. This book was written in 1926, or was it 29? 1926. This book was first published in 1926 based on Babylon, a city that they discovered. It's 6,000 to 8,000 years old, and they discovered it just in the last 200 years. They uncovered it. It was covered up. Covered up by sand. Can you imagine that? And they discovered all kind of stuff. Man, just go back and watch the older shows. They're fast. They're easy to listen to, easy to watch. So now we're going to talk about the 7 cures for a lean purse. I'm going to read straight through this, you guys. Bear with me. Turn your volumes up. And remember, when reading a book, you don't have to actually read the physical pages yourself. You don't have to be like, I'm reading myself page by page, that monotonous process of reading a book page by page. This is what we call an audiobook. It's just that because I'm reading it, it's a little bit more animated than a regular boring audiobook. But by listening to me read this to you, you are actually reading this book. All right. All right. Here we go. 7 cures for a lean purse. 7 cures for a lean bank account. 7 cures for a bank account that don't have as much money as it should. All right. Even though you guys work your asses off every single day, your bank account is not what it should be. The glory of Babylon endures. Down through the ages, its reputation comes to us as the richest of cities, its treasures as fabulous. Yet it was not always so. The riches of Babylon were the results of the wisdom of its people. They first had to learn how to become wealthy. When the good king Sargon returned to Babylon after defeating his enemies, the Elamites, he was confronted with a serious situation. The royal chancellor explained it to the king as thus: after many years of great prosperity brought to our people because your majesty built the great irrigation canals and the mighty temples of the gods, now that these works are completed, the people seem unable to support themselves. The laborers are without employment. The merchants have few customers. The farmers are unable to sell their produce, and the people have not enough gold to buy food. But where has all the gold gone that we spent for these great improvements? Demanded the king. Let's switch to this. Demanded the king. It has found its way, I fear, responded the chancellor, into the possession of a few very rich men of our city. It filtered through the fingers of most of our people as quickly as the goat's milk goes through the strainer. Now that the stream of gold has ceased to flow, most of our people have nothing to for their earnings. The king was thoughtful for some time. Then he asked, why should so few men be able to acquire all the gold? Because they know how, replied the chancellor. One may not condemn a man for succeeding because he knows how. Neither may one justice take away from a man what he has fairly earned, to give to men of less ability. But why, demanded the king, should not all the people learn how to accumulate gold and therefore become themselves rich and prosperous? Quite possible, Your Excellency, but who can teach them? Who's going to teach them how to do this? Certainly not the priest. They're not going to teach. The priest ain't going to teach them how to get rich because they not of money making. The priests don't make money. Who knows best in all our city how to become wealthy, Chancellor? Asked the king. Thy question answers itself, Your Majesty. Who has amassed the greatest wealth in Babylon? Well said, my able Chancellor. It's Arcad. Remember Arcad? We was reading about him last week on Friday. He's the guy that makes a lot of money and was friends with the two guys. He's the richest guy in Babylon. He said, well said, my Chancellor. It is Arcad. He is the richest man in Babylon. Bring him before me on the morrow. The morrow. Is that tomorrow? Bring him for me tomorrow on the morrow. Now I want to look up morrow. Anybody know the etymology of the word morrow? If somebody knows the etymology of the breakdown of the word tomorrow, can you put that in the chat? I'll be curious to understand what the morrow part of tomorrow means. Because we all know today, and then we know tomorrow, but this right here says on the morrow. So now I'm curious what morrow means. Upon the following day, as the king had decreed, Arcad appeared before him, straight and sprightly, despite the score years and 10. Arcad, spoke the king, is it true thou art the richest man in Babylon? So it is reported, your majesty, and no man disputes it. How becamest thou so wealthy? How'd you get all this goddamn money? By taking advantage of opportunities available to all citizens of our good city. I did what everybody could have done. Thou hast nothing to start with? Only a great desire for wealth. Besides this, nothing. I only just wanted the money. You didn't start off with no money. Nobody gave you. Did you get a kickstart? Were you like Trump, whose daddy gave him $1 million loan? No, man. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. Arcad, continued the king, our city is in a very unhappy state because only a few men know how to acquire wealth and therefore monopolize it, while the mass of our citizens lack the knowledge of how to keep any part of the gold they receive. It is my desire that Babylon be the wealthiest city in the world. Therefore, it must be a city of many wealthy men. Therefore, we must teach all the people how to acquire riches. Tell me, Arcad, is there any secret to acquiring wealth, and can it be taught? Stand out of your spit. It is practical, your majesty. That which one man knows can be taught to others. The king's eyes glowed. Arcad, thou speakest the words I wish to hear. Now you talking, bruh. Now you talking. Now you talking. Wilt thou lend thyself to this great cause? Wilt thou teach thy knowledge? Will you teach your knowledge to school for teachers, each of whom shall teach others until there are enough trained to teach these truths to every worthy subject in my domain? Archive, will you teach how you got the bag to everybody in the city, bro? Teach it to the teachers, and then they gonna teach it to everybody else. Can you teach us all how you got the bag? Arcad bowed and said, I am thy humble servant to command. Whatever knowledge I possess will I gladly give for the betterment of my fellow man and the glory of my king. Let your good chancellor arrange for me a class of 100 men. Arrange me a class of 100 men, and I will teach to them the 7 cures which did fatten my purse, than which was there none leaner in all of Babylon. I was the brokest man in Babylon, and now I'm the richest. Give me 100 guys, put them in a room like we're going to be doing at the Mamiya Obsidian Experience, Mamiya Obsidian Ali Experience that we're going to be doing in Philadelphia on my birthday, June 9th, next month. Listen, you guys come. We're going to give you guys some game. This sidebar. I didn't say, but I'm going to give you this sidebar. Y'all want to learn, men, this is men particularly. I'm talking to the fellas. If you want to learn some shit on how to get out the rut that you're currently in financially, right? If you want to get out the rut that you're currently in physically, in your business, in the way you think, in social media, in digital media, YouTube, you need to pull up. You need to pull up to the MOA experience. Go to blackmanosphere.events. That's the website. It's not .com, it's .events. blackmanosphere.events. And get your tickets. And I'll see you in Philadelphia. I'll be speaking in Philadelphia on June 9th, 10th, and 11th. All right. A fortnight later, in compliance with the king's command, the chosen 100 assembled in the great hall of the Temple of Learning, seated upon colorful rings in a semicircle. Arcad sat beside a small taboret upon which smoked a sacred lamp, sending forth a strange and pleasing odor. Older. Behold, the richest man in Babylon, whispered a student. Behold, the richest man in Babylon, whispered a student, nudging his neighbor as Arcot arose. He is but a man, even as the rest of us. As a dutiful subject of our great king, Arcot began, I stand before you in his service because once I was a poor youth who did greatly desire gold, and because I found knowledge that enabled me to acquire it, he asked me that I impart unto you my knowledge. I started my fortune in the humblest ways. I had no advantage, not enjoyed as fully by you and every citizen in Babylon. The first storehouse of my treasure was a well purse. I made a lot of money the first time out. Marvelette is here, y'all. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly's here. Cartel is here. I'm glad you guys are pulling up. I like seeing all my favorites. I loathed its useless emptiness. I desired it be round and full, clinking with the sound of gold. I sought every remedy for a lean purse. I found 7 remedies. To you, who are all assembled before me, shall I explain the 7 cures for a lean purse, which I do recommend to all men who desire much gold. Each day for 7 days, I will explain to you one of the 7 remedies. Listen attentively to the knowledge that I impart. Debate it with me, discuss it amongst yourselves, learn the lessons thoroughly, that ye may also plant in your own purse the seed of wealth. First, must each of you start wisely to build a fortune of his own. Then wilt thou be competent, and only then to teach these truths to other people. I shall teach you in a simple ways how to fatten your wallet, bruh. This is the first step leading to the temple of wealth, and no man may climb who cannot plant his feet firmly upon the first step. We shall now consider the very first cure to a lean purse. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? All right, here's number 1. Here's number 1. The first cure to a lean purse, to an empty bank account. The first cure to an empty bank account. Start thy purse to fattening. Arcot addressed the thoughtful man in the second row. Hey, my good friend, at which craft workest thou? What do you do for a living? I, replied the man, I'm a scribe and carve records upon the clay tables. Even at such labor did I myself earn the first coppers. I used to do that, he basically said. Therefore, thou hast the same opportunity to build a fortune that I did. I used to do what you do. So you don't have an excuse not to get money like I got it. He spoke to a florid-faced man farther back. Hey, pray tell also, what do you do to earn thy bread? What you do to make a living, bro? He talked to another guy. I, responded this man, I'm a meat butcher. I do buy the goats the farmers raise, and I kill them, and I sell the meat to the housewives and the hides to the sandal makers. So, because thou doest also labor and earn, thou hast every advantage to succeed that I did possess. In this way did Arcot proceed to find out how each man labored to earn his living. When he had done questioning them, he said, listen, now, my students, ye can see that there are many trades and labors at which men may earn coins. Each of the ways of earning is a stream of gold from which the worker doth divert by his labor of portion to his own purse. Therefore, into the purse of each of you flows a stream of coins, large or small, according to his ability. Is it not so? Therefore, they agreed that it was so. Then, Arcot continued, if each of you desire to build himself a fortune, it is not wise to start utilizing that source of wealth which he has already established. Is it not wise to start? So basically, if you got, everybody here got a job, right? Everybody got a job. Everybody makes money. Everybody goes to work every day. Okay, good. All of you guys want to get rich, right? Okay, good. Is it not smart to use the money that you're making to make more money? Is it not smart to use the money that you're already making to make more money? Okay, good. To this, they agreed. Then Arcad turned to a humble man who had declared himself an egg merchant. If thou select one of thy baskets and put into it each morning 10 eggs and take out from it each evening 9, what will eventually happen? If I have 10 eggs in a basket and every morning I have 10, but I only take out 9 at the end of the night, what will happen? It will become in time overflowing. Why? Because each day I put in one more egg than I take out. Each day I put one more egg in than I take out. I put 10 eggs in the basket, but at night I pay my bills with only 9 of them. I'm leaving an egg in the basket overnight, you guys. Tomorrow morning, I put 10 more eggs in the basket, but I take out only 9. Now I'm leaving 2 eggs in the basket overnight. The next morning, I'm putting 10 eggs in the basket. I'm taking out 9. The next night, I'm leaving 3 overnight. You get it? Because each day I put one more egg in than I take out. Arcad turned to the class with a smile. Does any man have a lean purse? First, they looked amused. Then they laughed. Lastly, they waved their purse in jest. All right, he continued. Now I shall tell thee the first remedy to a lean purse. Do exactly as I have suggested to the egg merchant. For every $10 you make, for every 10 coins placed within your bank account, take out for use only 9 of them. For every $100 you make, you really only made 90. If you made $1,000, you only made 900. You get it? If you made $10, you didn't make $10, you guys. You made $9. Your purse or bank account in our situation will start to fatten at once, and its increasing weight will feel good in thy hand and bring satisfaction to thy soul. Deride not what I say. If you don't do what I say, because of its simplicity, truth is always simple. I told thee I would tell how I built my fortune. This was my beginning. I too carried a lean purse. I had no money in the bank, and cursed it because there was not within to satisfy my desires. But when I began to take out from my purse but 9 parts of 10 I put in, it began to fatten, and so will yours. Now I will tell a strange truth, the reason for which I don't know. I can't explain this, you guys. When I ceased to pay out more than 9/10 of my earnings, I managed to get along just well. I was not shorter than before, or long. Did coins come to me more easily than before? Surely it's a law of the gods that unto him who keepeth and spendeth not a certain part of all his earnings shall gold come more easily. Likewise, him whose purse is empty does gold avoid. So basically, if you make $1,000 and you put away 900, you will still get by with 900. You won't be able to buy extra shit or do extra things because you spent the whole 1,000. It's hard to explain why. First of all, you have to try it. Most of you guys haven't tried what I'm talking about. I just sent somebody $500 the other day. Right? I sent somebody $500. If that person was to say, I really only got $450 from Shan. Shan only sent me $450. Thank you for the $450, because they took $50 of it. They took 10% of that money I sent them and put it away. They hid it. They just stuck it somewhere in a Cash App account that they don't use. They put it in a savings account that they do not pay attention to. And they said, thank you for the $450. Then that person will still be able to do the same shit that they was going to do if they had the whole $500. But who does that? Who of you that's watching me now do that? You know you guys don't do that. When you get $10, you spend $10. When you get $100, you spend $100. You get 1,000, you spend all 1,000. If you get $100, you really only got 90. Let's start that mental process, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start that. This is the beginning, you guys. This is the beginning. Let's start the process of putting away 10% of everything you earn. Pay yourself first. Fuck the bills. Fuck the mortgage. Fuck insurance. Fuck the car note. Fuck food. Fuck everything. Pay yourself first. And guaranteed you will not miss anything that you need with the other 90% that you have. All right? Let's continue. This, my students, was the first cure. Wait, what did he say? Which desirest the most? Is the gratification of thy desires of each day a jewel, a bit of finery, better raiment, more food, things quickly gone and forgotten? Or is it substantial belongings, gold, land, herds, merchandise, income-bringing investments? The coins thou takest from thy purse bring the first. The coin thou leavest will bring it, leavest within it will bring the latter. The money you leave in the bank will bring more money. This, my students, was the first cure I did to discover for my lean purse. For each 10 coins I put in, for each $10 I put in my bank, I only spent 9. Debate this amongst yourselves. If any man proves it untrue, tell me upon the morrow when we shall meet again. Debate me if you want. Show me that it didn't work for you. Show me that you suddenly didn't have enough money. I don't know how much money you guys made yesterday or how much money you got paid last Friday. Did you put 10% of it away? I bet you'll still pay all the goddamn bills you had to pay. The second cure, control your expenditures, ladies and gentlemen. Some of your members, my students, have asked me this. How can a man keep 1/10 of all he earns in his purse when all the coins he earns are not enough for his necessary expenses? How can I keep 10% of what I make if I don't even make enough money for my bills? So Arcad addressed his students upon the second day. Where's my drink? Did everybody take their vitamins today? Go take your vitamins. Hydrate yourselves. If you want to be chocolate smooth skin and a healthy body when you turn 50 like me, it starts here. Half of you guys are drinking Coke and Dr. Pepper and Sprite and shit like that. I can't remember the last time I had a goddamn Dr. Pepper. I don't drink none of that. You shouldn't either. Yesterday, how many of thee carried lean purses? All of us, answered the class. Yet thou do not earn all the same. You guys don't all make the same amount of money. Some earn much more than the others. Some have larger families to support. Yet all purses was equally lean. All of you guys was just as broke as each other. But some of you guys have bigger families. Some of you guys have bigger responsibilities. Some of you guys earn more money. Now, I will tell thee an unusual truth about men and sons of men. It is this, that what each of us calls our quote unquote necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest the contrary. More money, more problems. More money. He's basically talking about what Biggie taught us. More money, more problems. What each of us call our quote unquote necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest to the contrary. Now, confuse not the necessary expenses with thy desires. Don't get your bills mixed up with the shit. Don't get your wants mixed up with your needs. Don't get your needs mixed up with your wants, ladies and gentlemen. Each of you together with your good families have more wants and desires than your average earnings can gratify. You guys all want a house. You all want a Bentley. You all want a Lamborghini. You want the convertible fucking Mercedes. I get it. You want that fancy condo on the beach. You have wants that exceed your ability to get that. Therefore, are thy earnings spent to gratify these desires insofar as they go? Still, thou retainest many ungratified desires. So even when you buy some of the stuff you can buy, because see, ladies, I know you want the car, and I know you want the Birkin bag, but you went and bought the Louis Vuitton bag. I know you want the Louis Vuitton bag, but you got the Coach, right? You still spending money on stuff. Even though you want the big shit, you spending money on the bullshit that's close to the big shit. It's close to it. You want Christian Louboutin, so you picked up, or you may want Manolo Blanc, so you picked up Christians. Or maybe, you got something that's close to it. All men are burdened with more desires than they can gratify. Because of my wealth, thinkest thou I may gratify every desire? That's a false idea. There are limits to my time. There are limits to my strength. There are limits to a distance I may travel. There are limits to what I can eat, and there are limits to the zest with which may I enjoy. I say to you that just as weeds grow in a field wherever the farmer leaves space for their roots, even so freely so desire grows in men whenever there's a possibility of their being gratified, of being gratified. Thy desires are a multitude, and those that thou mayest gratify are but few. You have big dreams. Listen, I'm sorry that I'm not reading this old text right. Thou, this, thou, and thy, and they, and zest and shit. But I'll try to You all have big desires. You all have big desires. There are limits to what the desires are a multitude. The shit that you guys want. You want cameras. You want jewelry. You want diamond studs. You want a certain amount of carats on the ring. You want the gold. You want the clothes. You want those shoes that just came out. You want that fucking purse. Fellas, you want that. You want the iPhone Pro Max. You do. But you can only buy a certain amount of things. And though that thou mayest gratify are but a few. You can only buy the regular iPhone. You can't get the Max Plus. You can't get the Louis Vuitton bag. You can only get the Coach. You can only get the Marc. You can't get Marc Jacobs sunglasses. You got to get Marc by Marc Jacobs. You got to get the Lost Leader. You got to get the Marc by Marc Jacobs instead of the actual Marc Jacobs. You can't afford Gucci. You got to get G by I'm not Gucci. You can't get Guess. You got to get G by Guess. You can't afford Marciano, so you got to get Gucci. Guess. You can't afford Purple Label, so you got to get Ralph Lauren, and you can't afford Ralph Lauren, so you get Polo. I get it. I say to you, no. Study thoughtfully thy accustomed habits of living. Pay attention to how you guys are living, you guys. Herein may most often be found certain accepted expenses that may wisely be reduced or eliminated. Let thy motto be 100% of appreciated value demanded for each coin spent. Therefore, engrave upon the clay each thing for which thou desires to spend. Select those that are necessary and others that are possible through the expenditure of 9/10 of thy income. Cross out the rest and consider them but a part of that great multitude of desires that must go unsatisfied and regret them not. Cut the fat, you guys. Cut the fat. Budget then thy necessary expenses. Touch not only the 1/10 is fattening thy purse. Don't touch that 1/10 that you put away. Let this be thy great desire that is being fulfilled. Keep working with thy budget. Keep adjusting it to help thee. Make it thy first assistant in defending thy fattening purse. Hereupon, one of my students, wearing a robe of red and gold, arose and said, I am a free man. I believe that it is my right to enjoy the good things of life. Therefore, do I rebel against the slavery of a budget? I'm a free man and I want to buy what I want. Should I be a slave to a fucking budget? Which determines just how much I may spend and for what? I feel it would take much pleasure from my life and make me a little bit more than a pack ass to carry a burden. To him, Archive replied, who, my friend, would determine thy budget? Well, I would make it for myself, the guy replied. In that case, were a pack ass to budget his burden, would he include therein jewels and rugs and heavy bars of gold? Not so. He would include hay and grain and a bag of water for the desert trail, for the long haul. The purpose of a budget is to help your purse to get fattened, ladies and gentlemen. It is to assist thee to have thy necessities and, insofar as attainable, thy other desires. It is there to enable thee to realize thy most cherished desires by defending them from the casual wishes. What word am I looking for? What phrase I'm looking for, you guys? Not impulse buying. Budgets help you avoid impulse purchases. Impulse buying. Like a bright light in a dark cave, thy budget shows up the leaks from thy purse and enables thee to stop them and control thy expenditures for definite and gratifying purposes. This, then, is the second cure for a lean purse. Budget thy 43 expenses that thou mayst have coins to pay for thy necessities, to pay for thy enjoyments, and to gratify thy worthwhile desires without spending more than 9/10 of thy earnings. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, you need to take $1 out of every $10 you make. Put it away. Ignore it. Forget about it. I don't know what your paycheck is going to be this Friday. I don't know what you got paid last Friday. If you got paid last Friday, please take 1/10 of that and put it away. Put in the number and multiply it times 0.10 on your calculator. Take that money and put it away. Even if you already spent some money, put that away now. Trust me, you're going to have enough money left over to do what you need to do. The mindset of thinking that I need all of this money to do because I got more bills, then that's a broke. Remember I told you broke and poor is different. Broke and poor is different. I don't fuck with broke people. I fuck with poor people because you could be poor. Poor is you be poor today, you'll be rich tomorrow. But if you broke, that's a mindset. If you have the mindset of, man, I need all of this, then you already lost. So then when you think that you need to spend more money, here's what you need to do. Cut the fat. How many of you guys is doing shit you ain't got no business doing? You know you don't have no business doing that. You know you don't need to buy that particular food. You know you don't need to go to that particular place. You know you don't need to. Did you cut the cable? Cut the cable. How many of you guys is paying a fucking cable bill? Because you got to watch HBO. You ain't got to watch HBO. You don't have to watch it. I know when your favorite show comes on, get it on demand. It'll only cost you fucking $7. HBO Go or HBO Now or whatever the fuck it's called. Right? I remember I was paying $200. I was paying $2,400 a year for television. I was paying more in television than car insurance. It was unbelievable. It was like, what? But I couldn't get rid of it because I needed to watch these fucking shows. This is way back in the day. I remember when I finally cut cable, I was like, fuck cable. I just need fast internet. I ain't thought about Cinemax. I ain't thought about the History Channel. I ain't thought about BET. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched BET or MTV or MTV2. I cannot tell you the last time I watched anything on BET. I do not remember the last time. I can't tell you what year it was that I looked at BET. I know, no shout out to BET, but I don't watch cable TV. Why? How many of you guys are paying cable? You can't let go of it because I gotta watch Stars. I gotta see. No, you don't, actually. Come on, you guys. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. All right, let's continue. Third cure. Make thy gold multiply. Make your money multiply. Behold, thy lean purse is fattening. Thou hast disciplined thyself to leave therein 1/10 of all thou earned. You've already learned how to put away 10%, right? Now remember Shaquille O'Neal, sidebar, Shaquille O'Neal said put away 25% and then live off 10% of that. I forgot what Shaquille O'Neal had this really aggressive plan that an old man told him. I forget what Shaquille O'Neal's fucking aggressive, but he was like, yo, no, Shaquille was put away 75% and live off 25%. And if that's not enough money, make more money. I think Shaquille O'Neal was saying put away $7.50 if you make 10. If you make $10, put away $7.50. And figure out how to fucking do everything on $2.50. That's what Shaquille O'Neal said. I was like, what? That's wild. And then, well, I ain't got enough money. Make more money. Make more money. But I'm not even asking you guys to follow the Shaquille O'Neal plan of putting $7.50 away for every $10 you make. I'm simply asking you to put $1 away. Most of you guys listening to me right now do not put anything away. You do not put anything away. You just got PayPal some money the other day, didn't you? You just got some money put in your PayPal. Did you send that money that was put in your PayPal? Did you send 10% of it over to your other PayPal? Because you got multiple PayPals, and one of them is $0 right now. You got multiple PayPal fucking accounts. Don't lie to me. And one of them, if not all of them, is $0. If you got PayPal, you can friends and family your ass 10% of what's in your PayPal. But you didn't do it, did you? You got a bank account right now, a checking account, and a savings account with $13 in it. Maybe. What is in your checking account? Right now, log into where's your phone? Grab your phone. I got mine. It's streaming over to Clubhouse, so I can't see. Who's in Clubhouse right now? Cyber is in Clubhouse. Listen, go on your banking account. Go to your banking account. Okay. Listen to me. I don't care if you only have $46 in your checking account. You have a debit card in your wallet or in your purse. You have online banking. You have your online banking app. You have your Chase or your Wells Fargo or your Bank of America app. Go into your checking account. I'm asking you to take a second right now to go into your checking account. Whatever you have in your checking account, put 1/10 of it over into your savings real quick. Just do that real quick. Just do that real quick. Just send 10% of it over to your savings account real quick. And then do what you need to do with what's left. All right? Now that you guys have learned how to save 1/10 of your money that comes in, thou hast controlled your expenditures. Now you guys are thinking about what you're going to cut out, right? You're thinking about what you're going to cut out. You're thinking like, damn, do I need the Disney Channel, Hulu, and Netflix? Do I need them all? I got Hulu. I got Apple TV. I got Netflix. I got Prime Video, and I got Disney Plus, and I got HBO Now. I got all these motherfuckers. Do I need all of them? Who am I getting ready to just cancel? And no, they can't convince me and give me a free extra month. You know, when I call to cancel, they're not gonna. I'm not gonna say. They're not gonna send me over to the retention department and try to keep me by throwing me some. No, I'm gonna just cut the shit off. Just cancel, please. Thank you. I don't need it all. I just need Netflix. I don't need the rest of it. So now that you guys are going to start controlling your expenditures, you're going to start realizing you don't need to eat. You're going to start grocery shopping a little bit more and stop eating so much fast food. How many of you right now is thinking, okay, I'm going grocery shopping today. Thanks, Shan. I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to fucking meal prep for the rest of this week. I am not going to fast food and dropping $20, $30 a day. I'm not about to drop $300 on fast food in the next 10 days, whereas I'm going to just go spend $125 on groceries and I'm going to be good for 10 days. And I'm going to save that extra $180. Talk to me, y'all. I hope I'm sparking some shit in your minds. Gold in a purse is gratifying to own and satisfy. I get it. Looking at your bank account with money in it, it's satisfying. A miserly soul, but it earns nothing just sitting in your bank account. My man A says, I'm gonna cancel some people. A said he got people. His bills include people. His bills include people. Lakeisha says she got Hulu. And Lakeisha's thinking right now, do I really need to watch what the fuck Hulu is like, why do I need to send them $120 a year? What do they need $10 for a month? I'm going to take the $10 and put it, she's not going to take that $10 and then spend it. She's going to say, instead of giving it to Hulu, I'm going to throw it over here in this savings account. And then I'll catch whatever's on Hulu later. It ain't that important. Princess is like, yo, y'all need to get comfortable with Tubi and Pluto, who's completely free. Learn to watch them shows. Fuck the Joneses and watching everything. I don't need to see goddamn Ozark. I don't need to watch Ozark. Fuck Ozark. I'm gonna get because I need to be making money anyway. If you guys are spending so much time on TV, oh God, that's a whole nother topic. Let's continue. But money just chilling in the bank makes you feel good, right? But it earns nothing. The gold we may retain from our earnings is but the start. The earnings it will make shall build the fortunes. You get it? The money you save is just the start, but the money that your money makes you rich, makes you wealthy. It's one thing to save your money. That'll make you rich. It's another thing for your money to make money. That'll make you wealthy. Arcad spoke upon this on his third day of class. How, therefore, may we put our money to work for us? My first investment was unfortunate, for I lost it all. It's a tale I will relate later. My first profitable investment was a loan I made to a man named Augur, a shield maker. Once each year, did he buy a large shipment of bronze from across the sea to use in his trade. Lacking sufficient capital to pay the merchants, he would borrow from those who had extra money. He was an honorable man. His borrowing he would repay, together with a liberal rental as he sold his shields. Each time I loaned back also the rental he had paid to me. Let's figure this out. Each time I loaned to him, I loaned back also the rental that he paid to me. The interest, the rental is interest. So if I gave him $100 and he gave me $110 back, I also loaned the 10. Okay. Therefore, not only did my capital increase, but its earnings likewise increased. Most gratifying was it to have these sums returned to my purse. I tell you, my students, a man's wealth is not in the money he carries in his purse. It's not in how much money you have in the bank. It is in the income you build, the golden stream that continually floweth into your purse, your bank, and keep it always building. That is what every man desireth. That is what thou, each one of thee, desireth, an income that continue to come whether you work or sleep or travel. You want money to make money when you're asleep. Great income I have acquired, so great that I am called a very rich man. My loans to my guy Agar were my first training in profitable investment. Gaining wisdom from this experience, I extended my loans and investments as my capital increased. From a few sources at first, from many sources later, flowed into my purse a golden stream of wealth available for such wise use as I should decide. Behold, from my humble earnings, I had begotten a horde of golden slaves, each laboring and earning more gold. As they labored for me, so their children also labored, and their children's children, until great was the income from their combined efforts. He's talking about his slaves was his money. He's not talking about people. He's saying his slave, so you got to all be slave owners. And your slaves is your money. Is your money making more money? And the children that their money makes, are their children become slaves for you? I don't like using that term. I'm sorry. Every time I say it, I cringe. But you get the point. Your money's making money for you, and the money that your money made makes more money for you too. The grandbabies of your money is making money. Gold increaseth rapidly when making reasonable earnings, as thou wilt see from the following. A farmer, when his first son was born, took 10 pieces of silver to a moneylender and asked him to keep it on rental for his son until he became 20 years old. This the moneylender did, and agreed the rental should be 1/4 of its value for every 4 years. The farmer asked, because of this sum he had set aside as belonging to his son, the rental be added to the principal. So basically, I wanted to put some money away for my son. I'm put $20,000 away for my son that was just born. And the bank said, all right, cool. Every 4 years, I'm gonna put 20% on that. He said, cool, but I need you to put that 20% back on the money. Don't give it to me. Put it back on the 20,000. So next 4 years, it's compounded. And now it's $24,000, and then give me the interest on that, and then put that on it by the time my son is. So that's how he did it, right? That was 5 times, because he said he did it every 4 years for 20 years. When the boy had reached the age of 20, the farmer went again and went to the moneylender to inquire about that silver he gave him. The moneylender explained that because this sum had been increased by compound interest. Remember, I ain't read this book, you guys. I haven't read this book. This is my first time reading these letters as I read them to you. But when we use, I know money. I know how money works. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. But I want to just tell you, I'm not one of them gurus. I'm not a guru that's going to come up here and tell you what to do. I don't want to do all of that shit. I'm going to just read books to you to show you the shit that I already know. And I hope you guys know it too, because I want you to be really, really, really wealthy. So it's compound interest. He said, so the guy was like, yo, man, the moneylender explained that because the sum had increased by compound interest, the original 10 pieces of silver had grown to 30 1/2 pieces. He gave him 10, 20 years later, now he has 30 1/2. The farmer was well pleased, and because the son did not need the coins, he didn't even need it when he was 20 years old, he left it in there with the moneylender. When the son became 50, the farmer, meantime, having passed to the other world, the farmer, the dad died. The moneylender paid the son in settlement 167 pieces of silver. This is from a 10-piece investment. This is from a 10-piece investment. You guys is complaining, real quick, you guys are complaining about Bitcoin. Take a wild guess at how much cryptocurrency I have. You know, I was told about cryptocurrency when Bitcoin was a dime. I'm a nerd. I was told about Bitcoin back in 2010. I could have bought Bitcoin when it was a dime. I didn't listen. I bought some Bitcoin in 2017. And I bought a whole lot of other shit. And me and my ex-wife, we said, we're going to put this away from Law and Maverick. We didn't even have Maverick yet. But she was pregnant. Maverick was born in May of 2018. So we was like, let's put some bread. I mean, this shit is cheap. So we put a bunch of bread into a bunch of coins and put it on a card and then put it in the safety deposit box at the bank. It's sitting there. I'd like to touch it but it's not mine. It belongs to Law. It belongs to Maverick. We gave it to them. I don't even remember the money that we spent. It was hard to spend at the time, but it was just like, now it's like, that was nothing. I didn't even think about it. What are you doing for your children and your children's children, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, no problem. What are you doing for yourself? What are you doing for yourself? Thus, in 50 years, the investment had multiplied itself at rental at almost 17 times. This, then, is the cure for a lean purse, to put each coin to laboring that it may reproduce its kind, even in the flocks of the field, to help bring to thee income. A stream of wealth that shall constantly that shall flow constantly into thy purse. You know, one thing I mentioned about black people. One thing I mentioned about black people is that we're customized to be very selfish. Our parents and our grandparents, we all take about, look, you need to get what I got. Look at what granddaddy got. Oftentimes in the black community, we don't do anything to say, I need that for my kids, fuck me. I'm doing this for the children. I don't really care about me. It's not so much about me. We're so big. Look at granddad's Cadillac. And grandma got her St. John's outfit and her big church hat. She got the big opulent church hat. And granddad and grandma out there fishing and shit and doing all that other kind of stuff. They're not even thinking about the grandkids. Grandkids ain't even on the fucking, it's not even on their mind in old age. Can we stop that? Can we stop that? So when granddaddy and grandma passes away, all we got is some old shoes and some suits. A few trinkets of gold, some rings and shit. Nothing really there. And now the grandkids strike out on their own. It's the same fucking cycle all over again. Other cultures don't seem to do that. Other cultures is like, I'm here for them. And then I'll along the way, the work that I'm doing for them, I'll live okay. I'll eat. Ladies and gentlemen, please put 10% of the money that you make, start today. Put 10% of the money you make away. If you made $1,000, you didn't make $1,000. That's the best way to look at it. I'm saying it the best way I want you to say it in your head. Did you get a gig or did you get a paycheck? Okay, if you made $1,000, you didn't make $1,000, you made $900. Did you make $100, you didn't make $100, you made $90. That's how you look at it. From now on, just say, what did I make? I made $50. Okay, cool. I only made $45. That's how you look at it. So you can put $5 away. You made $10? No, you made $9. Put the dollar away. That's number one. All right. Number two is cut the fat. You guys are paying bills. You guys have subscriptions that you don't fucking need right now. Cut the fucking subscription. Cut the subscription, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need that subscription. You don't need it. All right. Now, let's talk about having your money make more money. Now your money needs to make more money. Now, let's talk about the fourth cure. Guard your money from loss. Misfortune loves a shrinking mark. Gold in a man's purse must be guarded with firmness, else it be lost. Guard thy treasure from loss. Thus it is wise that we must first secure small amounts and learn to protect them before the gods entrust us with larger amounts. So spoke Arcad upon the fourth day to his class. Protect your money, ladies and gentlemen. Every owner of gold is tempted by opportunities whereby it would seem that he could make large sums by its investments in most plausible projects. Often, friends and relatives are eagerly entering such investments and urge him to follow. The first sound principle of investment is security for thy principal. It is wise to be intrigued by larger earnings when thy principal may be lost. I say not. The penalty of risk is probable loss. Study carefully before parting with thy treasure, each assurance that it may safely be reclaimed, but not misled by thine own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly. Before thou learnest to loan your money to any man, assure thyself of its ability to repay and its reputation for doing so, that thou mayest not unwittingly be making him a present of thy hard-earned treasure. That's basically, don't loan it to niggas that you don't know. Before thou entrust in an investment in any field, acquaint thyself with the dangers which it beset. That means don't just start throwing money into shit because your friend says, hey man, I can make you got $100? I can make you 1,000 by Thursday. Well, I'm gonna give you a recap on this one in a second. The next one is, my first own investment was a tragedy to me at the time. The guarded savings of a year I did entrust to a brickmaker named Asmur, who was traveling over the far seas, and the tire agreed to buy for me the rare jewels of the Phoenicians. These would sell upon his return and divide the profits. The Phoenicians were scoundrels and sold him cheap glass instead of fucking diamonds. My money was lost. Today, my training would show to me at once the folly of entrusting brickmakers to buying jewels. Therefore, do I advise you, from the wisdom of my experiences, be not too confident of thine own wisdom in entrusting thy treasures to the possible pitfalls of investments. Better by far to consult the wisdom of those experienced in handling money for profit. Such advice is freely given for the asking and may readily possess a value equal in gold to the sum of thou considerest investing. In truth, such is its actual value if it has saved thee from loss. This then is the fourth cure for a lean purse, and of great importance if it prevents thy purse from being emptied once it has become well filled. Guard thy treasure from loss by investing only where thy principal is safe, where it may be reclaimed if desirable, and where thou will not fail to collect a fair rental. Consult with wise men. Secure the advice of those experienced in the profitable handling of gold. Let their wisdom protect thy treasure from unsafe investments. Okay, basically, this is a part of this. What we just read, the fourth cure, is really one. We have banks that protect us. So the first part of it was saying, look, man, be careful where you put your money. You don't want to just put your money somewhere because they didn't have no money. Motherfuckers come and rob you. They break into your hut, start rumble through your shit and find your bag, your coins of gold, and they take your shit. Today we have banks, right? We have police, we have laws. You can't just run off with somebody's bread like that. We got credit cards. So we're safe in that regard. But the second part of this story is about your investments. I have a friend that she invested a couple grand into some binary trading. And she went to the binary trading, and I knew about binary trading. I knew the shit was bullshit. It wasn't Forex, it was something else. And she had to sign up with somebody, and that guy showed her his account, and it looked like it had like $7 million worth of Bitcoin in it or some bullshit. And all she had to do was sign up. And then this was binary trading where, you kind of like say, okay, start there. And then you hope that it goes down. And if you wait 1 minute, and then, oh shit, I just made some money. And then if you go up and you wait 1 minute, if you did this is because they got 1 minute trades, 3 minute trades, 5 minute trades, 10 minute trades, and it's like, oh shit, the number's higher. Boom, I made some money. or you could lose, right? If it goes, I'm hoping, I bet that it would not go above. I bet that Bitcoin wouldn't go above 35,000. And the motherfucker's going up and down and up and down. And it goes up to 35, then it goes to 35.5 and then 36,000. Oh, shit. And the timer's coming. Bam, you lost your money. Got it, right? But she made some money. And she wanted to pull her money out. They wouldn't let her have her money. They convinced her to put more money in. They wouldn't let her have the money that she made. Not only that, they convinced her to put more money in. So she transferred some more money and kept going. Lost the whole fucking bag. It was a scam to begin with. When I got to her and I said, okay, look, let me take a look. I started looking at some shit. I said, oh, baby, this is bullshit. And then she realized it was bullshit. And she just took her loss. She's a trooper. She just said, all right, cool. She cut her losses and moved on. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Some of you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, you got 1,000, put it in here. We're going to trade together. We're going to do it at the same time. We trade every night, every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. You log on and we do what he do, and you can make the same money he make. He make money like a motherfucker. You gonna be good. I see that. I've been looking at this shit a mile away for 20 years. Some people are smart enough to ask me about it. Other people tell me about it later. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Be careful in what you're investing in, and don't trust, fellas, don't trust the big butt and the smile. Ladies, don't trust that nigga with those pearly whites. Telling you some sweet nothings. Fuck that. All right. Oh, I should tell you about the Ponzi scheme that I was in, man, I got stories for y'all. God damn. I should tell you about this. Was that $79,000? It was about $80,000 lost in the Ponzi scheme about 20 years ago. Through a church. Anyways, let's continue. The fifth cure. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. If a man set aside 9 parts of his earnings upon which to live and enjoy life, and if any part of these 9 parts can turn into a profitable investment without detriment to his well-being, then so much faster will his treasure grow. So spake Arcad to his class on the 5th day. All too many of our men of Babylon do raise their families in unseemly quarters. Where you live, you live in some bullshit. You live in the hood. You in Babylon, but your ass is living in the hood. You hush, Brittany. I'm gonna leave y'all big butts and a smile alone, huh? Some of y'all live in the hood. They do not pay exacting landlords liberal rents for rooms where their wives have not a spot to raise the blooms that gladden a woman's heart, and their children have no place to play their games except in the unclean alleys. Some of y'all live in the hood, man. Your kids got to play in the goddamn parking lot, and you don't have a place to plant a flower. Ladies, you don't have a fucking place to plant a flower. Your light, the plugs is broken. The AC cover plate is broken. Don't touch it or you might get electrocuted. Don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I live in LA. Concrete is broken up. The steps is loose. The doorknobs is loose, is hanging off. You can't even lock a door. The bathroom door don't lock. The shower door don't fucking even close all the way. There's just no goddamn shower curtain. The toilet, you got to flush it weird. You got to hold it down to make sure the water comes in so you can flush the toilet. The kids don't have no place to play. There ain't no field for the kids to play. And they got to play on the concrete in the parking lot. No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground wherein their children can play in clean earth, and where the wife may raise not only blossoms, but good rich herbs to feed her family. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what he's touching on, right? You know, I don't believe. So real quick sidebar. Somebody asked me, Shan, I was on Clubhouse last night. So Shan, you don't believe in the 50-50? Hell no. Hell no. It was a room something about Kevin Samuels, because, you know, I'm defending him everywhere I go. But the topic that we were talking about was, no, it was a room that was saying, why do broke men envy men with money? Why are broke men mad at men with money, or some shit like that? And I went up and spoke and said some stuff. And then one guy was like, so Shan, with the way you talking, is you saying you don't believe in 50-50? Fuck no. No. Men, create an environment that your family can be happy. Your children need a yard to play in. Your wife needs a garden. Make it so your wife is comfortable. You want your wife to be comfortable. I know, ladies, you want to go out and work and shit. You think you do until you got to go out and work. I know you want to work until your ass gets to work. But that's what this is speaking on. No man's family can fully enjoy life. This was written 6,000 years ago. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about today? You think Kevin don't know what he's talking about when he was telling people the same shit? You think I don't know what I'm speaking about when I say what 50-50 is stupid? That men need to be able to pay for everything. No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground where the children can play, and where the wife may raise not only blossoms, but good rich herbs to feed the family. Let a woman be a woman. You want her to go out and get the bag with you? The fuck are you talking about? Don't you know that don't work? They sold you that shit in the Cosby Show. It don't work like that. Not by and large. Oh, you want to be a power couple. Oh, you want to be a power couple. You want to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. You want to be Kanye and Kim. You want to be ASAP and Rihanna. That's what you want, huh? That's what you think is going to happen to you. Basic, regular people. Anyways, let's continue. I know y'all hear y'all over here talking. Y'all probably hating on me. Anyways, let's go. To a man's heart, it brings gladness to eat the figs from his own trees and grapes from his own vines. To own his own domicile and to have it a place he is proud to care for, putteth confidence in his heart and greater effort behind all his endeavors. Therefore, do I recommend that every man own the roof that sheltereth him and his. What? Come on, Shan. Come on, Shan. What Princessa says, work because I want to and work because I have to are two different things. Bars. Princessa says, work because you want to, not because you have to. That is the environment that a man should have his wife in. Oh, baby, you want to work? Oh, we'll go. It brings you joy to go do what you feel like doing and stop when you feel like stopping, then go. You want to open a boutique? Sure. What does that cost? $100,000 here. Here's $100,000. Go open up a shop. And if it don't work, fuck it. Close it. Close it after the lease is over. If you realize that a boutique ain't for you, fuck it. You want to be a fitness influencer? Do it. You want to go work? You got a degree, and that degree will work for our family? By all means, go to the job, and then tell them fuck you if they get on your nerves. Don't go to a job and then say yes sir, I got to do because I got to be here. No. Fellas, put your woman in a fuck you position if she feels like working. Work because you want to. Not because you have to. It's a difference. Shout out to Princessa for that. Nor is it beyond the ability of any well-intentioned man to own his home. Hath not our great king so widely extended the walls of Babylon that within them much land is now unused and may be purchased at sums most reasonable? Also, I say unto you, my students, that the money lenders gladly consider the desires of men who seek homes and land for their families. Readily may thou borrow to pay the brickmaker, and the builder for such commendable purposes, if thou can show a reasonable portion of the necessary sum which thou thyself hast God damn, this is fucking me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing my best. Readily may thou borrow to pay the brickmaster and the builder for such commendable purposes, if thou can show a reasonable portion of the necessary sum which thou thyself hast provided for the purpose. When the house be built, thou canst pay the money lender with the same regularity as thou didst pay the landlord, because each payment will reduce thy indebtedness to the moneylender. A few years will satisfy the loan. Then will thy heart be glad, because thou wilt own in thy own right a valuable property, and thy only cost will be the king's taxes, your property tax. Also, wilt thy wife go more often to the river to wash thy robes? Uh-oh, here we go. Also, if you got your own place, won't your wife go wash those clothes? Each time returning, she may bring a goat skin of water to pour upon the growing of things. Thus come many blessings to the man who owneth his own house, and greatly will it reduce his cost of living, making available more of his earnings for pleasure and the gratification of his desires. This then is the fifth cure for a lean purse. Own your own home, fellas. Oh, but Shannon, it's so expensive to live here in LA. Then fucking move. What are you doing here? If it's too expensive to live in LA, move to Little Rock, Arkansas. The internet works there too, guys. You can join all of my lives from Arkansas the same as you could in LA. If it costs too much for you to be here, move. You can get a whole house for $20,000 for the price of a Honda Accord. You can get a 2-story house and own it, and all you got is a $300 a year property tax. Move to Arkansas. Go to Detroit. Go to Wisconsin. Why are you here? Go to South Dakota. Move your ass to North Dakota. Come on, man. We gotta think different, you guys. Move to Indiana, Brittany says. You sitting out here in LA paying $3,000 a month in rent. And you will have a whole house paid for in Arkansas in 1 year. And you work from home. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What you do here in LA, you can do in Indiana. Buy the fucking house. But you struggle. You don't know no better because you never traveled further than 20 miles of where you were born and raised. Go to Las Vegas if you don't want to go too far. There's counties in Las Vegas you guys are not making sense. Some of you guys just don't make no sense. You renting. Own your own house. And once the shit is paid for, all you got to do is pay property tax. I ain't here to preach to y'all. I'm just trying to give you some game. I'm just trying to give you some game. The sixth cure, and we only got 2 left. It's only 7 cures. This is the 6th one. Ensure a future income. The life of every man proceedeth from this childhood to old age. This is the path of life, and no man may deviate from it unless the gods call him prematurely to the world beyond. We all get old, and we're all going to get old, and there's nothing you can do about it. All of you that's listening to Shannon right now is going to get old. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. And be prepared to be an old person. You're going to be an old person unless you're called to the heavens prematurely. Therefore, do I say that it behooves a man to make preparation for a suitable income in the days to come. Since you all had no choice but to get old, get ready, prep for the shit now. When he is no longer young, and to make preparations for his family should he be no longer with them to comfort and support them. This lesson shall instruct thee in providing a full purse when time has made thee less able to learn. So Arcot addressed his class upon the 6th day. The man who, because of his understanding of the laws of wealth, acquireth a growing surplus, should give thought to those future days. He should plan certain investments or provisions that may endure safely for many years, yet will be available when the time arrives, which he has so wisely anticipated. There are diverse ways by which a man may provide with safety for his future. He may provide a hiding place and there bury a secret treasure. Yet no matter with what skill it be hidden, it may nevertheless become the loot of thieves. For this reason, I recommend not this plan. Don't just stash your money, guys, and stick it under the fucking mattress. Don't just stash your money and stick it under the mattress. A man may buy houses or lands for this purpose. Use your money to buy more shit. If wisely chosen as to their usefulness and in value in the future, they are permanent in their value and their earnings, or their sale will provide well for his purpose. A man may loan a small sum to the moneylender and increase it at regular periods. The rental which the moneylender adds to this will largely add to its increase. I do know a sandal maker named Anson, who explained to me not long ago that each week for 8 years, he deposited with his moneylender 2 pieces of silver. The moneylender had but recently given him an accounting over which he greatly rejoiced. The total of his small deposits, which their rental at the customary rate of 1/4 their value for each of 4 years, had now become 1,040 pieces of silver. He gave him 2 pieces of silver every week for 8 years. That's 102 pieces a year. That's only 880 pieces of silver. But somehow it became 1,040 because of the compound interest. I gladly encouraged him further by demonstrating to him with my knowledge of the numbers that in 12 years more, he would keep his regular deposits, but 2 pieces of silver each week, the moneylender would then owe him 4,000 pieces of silver, a worthy competence for the rest of his life. Surely, when such a small payment made with regularity, is made with regularity, doth produce such profitable results. No man can afford not to ensure a treasure for his old age and the protection of his family, no matter how prosperous his businesses and his investments may be. I would that I might say more about this. In my mind rests a belief that someday wise thinking men will devise a plan to insure against death, whereby many men pay in but a trifling sum regularly, the aggregate making a handsome sum for the family of each member who passes to the beyond. This do I see as something desirable and which I can highly recommend. He basically foresaw insurance. This is Babylon 6,000 years ago, and this motherfucker was foreseeing insurance companies, life insurance. He said, I foresee a situation where a bunch of people will pay a little bit of money into a company, and then if something happens to them, their family there's a such thing as beneficiary. I don't really know. I don't know if it's going to happen one day, but I think one day in the future, there's going to be something called insurance companies and the beneficiaries, and people pay a little bit of money. And then when they die, their kids get paid. Archive predicted fucking insurance companies. But today it is not possible because it is much beyond the life of any man or any partnership to operate. They couldn't put together insurance companies back then. It must be as stable as the king's throne. Insurance companies must be as stable as the king's throne. Someday, I do feel that such a plan shall come to pass and be a great blessing to many men. Because even the first small payment will make available a snug fortune for the family of a member should he pass on. But because we live in our own day, because we're in 6000 BC and not in the days which are to come, we must take advantage of those who means and ways of accomplishing our purposes. Therefore, do I recommend to all men that they, by wise and well thought out methods, do provide against a lean purse in their mature years. For a lean purse to a man no longer able to earn or to a family without its head is a sore tragedy. This, then, is the sixth cure for a lean purse. Provide in advance for the needs of their growing age and the protection of their family. Get your ass some fucking insurance. That's what number 6 is. He predicted life insurance, you guys. 6,000. Archive was saying, man, one day there's gonna be some companies that's gonna have something that where people could put a little bit of money in, and when they die, their kids get something, or their wife gets something, or something. You know, like they get a little check, but he's only paying a little bit of money, and every month, like my man did, with putting in two pieces of silver every week for 8 years, and he ended up with 1,400 pieces of silver when he should have only had 800. He only saved 800, but he ended up with 1,400. He kept going. I said, man, don't stop, bro. 4 more years, you're gonna have 4,000 pieces of silver. He was like, cool, I'm gonna keep it going. That's insurance. He said, I see that happening one day, but the company has to be as strong as the king's throne. It got to be as strong. It got to be backed by the government. It got to be backed by it got to be a solid company with some money in it. Welcome to fucking 20th century. Welcome to Farmers Insurance. We are farmers. Dun 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 dun. How many of you guys have life insurance? How many of you guys have life insurance? Exactly. Get life insurance. All right? Get life insurance. All right. Okay, bye, Princessa. Enjoy your day. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Here is the last cure for an empty bank account. Here is the 7th cure. You need to increase your ability to earn. Increase thy ability to earn. Good job, D-Lynn. D-Lynn's like, I got life insurance. I got life insurance. Eric says, I got life insurance. Lakeisha got life insurance. I got life insurance. Do y'all think that Kevin planned on passing away last week on the 5th, on Cinco de Mayo? Kevin passed away Thursday. Well, today's the 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th. Yeah. Kevin passed away Thursday, Cinco de Mayo. Do you think he planned on that? You think that you're exempt? You think that's not going to happen to you? You guys remember the post I put up? Remember the meme I wrote? 1 million people went to bed last night and died who had plans for today. 1 million people died last night who had plans for today. 1 million people died yesterday who had plans for today. Kevin died Thursday. He had plans for Friday. Oh, but that's not going to happen to you. Okay. Get some life insurance, ladies and gentlemen. Seventh cure, increase the ability to earn. This day I do speak to thee, my students, one of the most vital remedies for a lean purse. Yet I will not talk of gold, but of yourselves, of the men beneath the robes of many colors who do sit before me. I will talk to you of those things with the minds and lives of men which do work for or against their success. So did Arcot address his class upon the seventh day. Not long ago came to me a young man seeking to borrow. When I questioned him for the cause of his necessity, he complained that his earnings were insufficient to pay his expenses. He wasn't making enough money to pay his bills. Therefore, I explained to him, this being the case, he was a poor customer for the moneylender, as he possessed no surplus earning capacity to repay the loan. Sidebar, do you guys know the bank don't loan money to people who need money? I learned that as a film producer. As a film producer, when I was making movies, I had quickly realized that money lends money to money. It was kind of a weird concept for me to grasp at the time. I understand it now, but I didn't understand it 20 years ago. And I was just thinking to myself, wait, but you don't need no money. So why are you borrowing money? And the people that need the money can't get the loan. That's how it works. I didn't understand why filthy rich people were still using the bank's money to do shit that filthy rich people do when they could just cut the check. And it didn't make sense to me why the bank wouldn't loan people who needed the money, didn't need the money, and would not loan money to the people who needed it. I'm going to leave that there, and that's going to be a class for my members on my channel to explain to you how the bank don't loan money to broke people. And they only loan money to people who don't need it. But he's kind of talking on it right now. What you need, young man, I told him, is to earn more money. What dost thou to increase thy capacity to earn? What do you do that can help you make more money? All that I can do, he replied. 6 times within 2 moons, I have approached my master to request my pay be increased, but without success. No man can go oftener than that. I've gone to my boss and asked for a raise, but I can't. They keep denying my raise. I only make $10 an hour. I've been asking for 11, but they keep saying no. I can't keep going. We may smile at his simplicity, yet he did possess one of the vital requirements to increase his earnings. Within him was a strong desire to earn more money, a proper and commendable desire. Preceding accomplishment must be desire. Thy desire must be strong and definite. General desires are but weak longings. For a man to wish to be rich is of little purpose. For a man to desire 5 pieces of gold is a tangible desire for which he can press to fulfillment. Remember, we learned about this in Think and Grow Rich. We understand the power of desire, not just the need or not just the want of being rich. That's not good enough. Just saying I want to be rich is not sufficient, ladies and gentlemen. There needs to be a burning desire. That's what we learned in Think and Grow Rich. Go. If you don't have that book, grab it and go watch. That was our first book we read in Rich People Read. After he has backed his desire for 5 pieces of gold with strength of purpose to secure it, next he can find similar ways to obtain 10 pieces, and then 20 pieces, and later 1,000 pieces, and behold, he has become wealthy. In learning to secure his one definite small desire, he hath trained himself to secure a larger one. This is the process by which wealth is accumulated, ladies and gentlemen. First in small sums, then in larger ones as the man learns and becomes more capable. Desires must be simple and definite. They defeat their own purpose should they be too many, too confusing, or beyond a man's training to accomplish. Remember, we had you have to write out in Think and Grow Rich, you have to write out a specific definite number that you wanted to attain by a certain specific definite date. You can't just say, I want to be rich. You can't say, hey man, I want to be a millionaire. That's not good enough. You can't just say, I want to be a millionaire. That's not good enough. You have to say, I want to have $7.5 million by June 9th, 2023. That's how you got to say it. A man perfecteth himself in his calling, even so doeth his ability to earn increase. In those days, when I was a humble scribe, carving upon the clay for a few coppers each day, I observed that other workers did more than I and were paid more. Therefore, did I determine that I would be exceeded by none. Nor did it take long for me to discover the reason for their greater success. More interest in my work, more concentration upon my task, more persistence in my effort. And behold, few men can carve more tablets in a day than I. With reasonable promptness, my increased skill was rewarded, nor was it necessary for me to go 6 times to my master to request recognition. He basically said, instead of asking for a raise, I did better work. By doing better work, I made more money. I didn't just do the same shit I do every day and tell my boss, can I have a raise? And I'm doing the same fucking thing. I looked at the people next to me. I looked at the man next to me, to the right of me, and the man to the left of me. And I said, oh, let me outwork these motherfuckers. Let me be smarter in how I operate around my boss. And I don't have to ask him for a raise. He's going to give me one because he ain't going to want to get rid of me. The more of wisdom we know, the more we may earn. That man who seeks to learn more of his craft shall be richly rewarded. If he is an artisan, he may seek to learn the methods and the tools of those most skillful in the same line. If he is a laborer at the law or healing, he may consult and exchange knowledge with others of his calling. If he is a merchant, he may continually seek better goods that can be purchased at lower prices. Always do the affairs of man. Change and improve, because keen-minded men seek greater skill that may better serve those upon whose patronage they depend. Therefore, I urge all men to be in the front rank of progress and not stand still, lest they be left behind. Many things come to make a man's life rich with gainful experiences. Such things as the following a man must do if he is to respect himself. 1, he must pay his debts with promptness within his power, not purchasing that for which he is unable to pay. Don't buy shit that you can't afford, and pay your bills on time. Ladies and gentlemen, do not buy shit you can't afford. And then when you do buy it, pay your bills on time. Period. Buy things you can't, don't buy things you can't afford, and pay your bills on time. Next, he must take care of his family that they may think and speak well of him. Fellas, men, take care of your family, bruh. So your wife and your children talk big shit about you out there. They love you. You don't want no wife out there hating on. Some women will be out there talking shit about you. Make love to you on Tuesday and be talking shit about you on Wednesday. Why? Because you ain't shit. The dick might be good, but outside of the dick, what good are you to her? Are you providing, protecting, problem solving, and procreating? I know you're procreating, but are you problem solving? Are you solving problems in your household, fellas? Are you providing, fellas? Are you protecting? Make it so your family loves you to the point that they are bigging you up everywhere they go. Next is he must make a will of record that in case the gods call him, in case you pass away, proper and honorable division of his property can be accomplished. Make sure you guys have a living will and trust. A living will and testament, or however that's called, a living will. Mine is in video form. My whole family has it. I did it. Did I do the update? No, I didn't do the update because I don't have an update. Mine is, my whole family already knows what to do with mine. I made a whole video and sent it to my whole family. It's a 44-minute video of what to happen in case I die early. And my family has that copy. I sent that out. I used my iPhone. I recorded that shit. I said, this is what I want to happen. In case I die, this is what needs to happen. And I went through all these different points. Pow, 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 pow. Property, money, everything. Pow, fucking possessions and shit. This is who I need to, this is where I want you guys to do. This is what I want you to do with my body. I broke it all the way down and I sent it in a video and gave it to my family. That's what I did. It will hold up. No probate necessary. He must have compassion upon those who are injured and smitten by misfortune and aid them with reasonable limits. He must do deeds of thoughtfulness to those dear to him. Be kind, everybody. Thus, the seventh and last remedy for the lean purse is to cultivate thy own powers, to study and become wiser. Go to school, learn shit. To become more skillful, to act as to respect thyself. Thereby shalt thou acquire confidence in thyself to achieve thy carefully considered desires. These then are the 7 cures for the lean purse, which out of the experience of a long and successful life, I do urge all men who desire wealth. There is more gold in Babylon, my students, than thou dreamest of. There is abundance for all. There's money out here for everybody. Go forth and practice these truths that thou mayest prosper and grow wealthy as I am right now. Go forth and teach these truths that every honorable subject of his majesty may also share liberally in the ample wealth of our beloved city. All right, tomorrow's only 11 pages. And my friends, we are done. We're done. We have read, I was a long day, long chapter, 17 pages. But I explained to you guys what's important. You must, and remember, you got to start first, right? I get it. Number 6 was get life insurance, right? Number 7 was make sure that you continue to be smart. Don't just go out and ask for a handout. A lot of you guys are working right now and you're going out to a job and you're saying, I'd like to have a raise, but you ain't doing extra shit. I understand how that works. And I'm not quick to give nobody a raise that ain't doing nothing extra. Why? Because you've been here for a long time? What are you doing to help? Are you carrying your weight? I've never asked for a raise. They just gave them to me. They just gave them to me. I made it. I made it so every job I've ever had in life, my bosses was like, please don't leave. Please don't leave, Shan. Please don't go. I will not find another Shannon. I kick in the door, I start fixing shit. Shit starts working better. Everybody's happy when I was around. This happened I haven't really worked for too many people, but this happened when in the Army. I got promoted hella fast in the Army. They were like, God damn, how you become a sergeant so fast? Cause I came in here doing what the fuck I needed to do. It happened at Burlington Air Express. It happened at ICOM. It happened at Affinity Hosting. It happened at Blockbuster Video. It happened at Sears. It happens everywhere I've ever worked because I go in, I find problems and I fix them. I don't wait for somebody to say, fix this. I see the problem. Next thing you know, I'm on my knees fixing shit. And they're like, well, Shan, what you doing? Well, this right here is kind of fucked up. I want to get this together. Well, why are you doing that? That's not your job. Well, it sort of is. We all trying to make this shit work, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just fix it. And they'd be like, God damn. But what happened was my bosses would come in and be like, hey, who fixed this? They're like, Shannon did that. Oh, okay. Next thing you know, I'm in charge of everybody. 186 motherfuckers working for me in 9 months. Blowing everybody's mind. I remember I went to a regional meeting and they were like, how did you get here? You haven't been I've been with the company 20 years. You've only been with us for 6 months. How did you get here? It was funny. You don't need to ask for a raise. Earn one. This is the same thing for your relationships too, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to earn your position. Is your boyfriend doing what he's supposed to do? Is your girlfriend doing what she's supposed to do? Are you rewarding them in kind? If not, the fuck, they're not gonna stay long. They're not gonna stay long. But besides that, are you guys putting away 10% of everything you earn? I told you, if you made $500, you didn't make $500, you only made $450. If you made $500, you didn't make $500, did you take 50 and put it over there into that PayPal, into that savings account, into that PayPal account? Did you go to the ATM and withdraw it in cash and stick it under your pillow? You only made $450. If you made $100, you only made $90. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys hung out with your boy. How long we been here today? 2 hours. We ain't read 2 hours in a long time, but we did it today. We did today. I'm glad you guys were here. Thank you so much. Let's do the contest winner. Let me hit that button real quick. Let me do that. Let me close the entries for the contest. And the winner of today's contest is Black Savant. Black Savant is the winner of today's contest. It was 11 people that entered. Follow the instructions, Black Savant. Good job. To enter into the contest, all you guys got to do is type salute in the chat, but y'all don't do it. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. How we rock over here in my business. I'm happy to give everybody. I got so many clothes here. I don't know what to do with the shit. I got clothes. I was talking to Marvelette the other day. I was like, Marvy, we got to do a goddamn closeout. Marvy was like, let me get mine first. I hear you laughing back there. Marvy laughed. She hear me. I think she's watching the broadcast. She laughing like a motherfucker. I heard it through the wall. She was like, wait, before you do the clearance, let me get because you got some shit that I want. You be giving shit away, Shan. Let me grab my shopping cart and go through the stock room. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's complete this, close this out. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, join the SR Army, not the US Army, the SR Army, where we take lives to the next level. And then join the discussion on Facebook. Go to sidebar.shannonrawls.com. Just go to, on your web browser, on your computer, just go to sidebar.shannonrawls.com and it'll take you straight in. I'll approve your membership. My name is Mr. Shannon. Thank you for reading along with us. And remember, reading is the way to expand your mind and your bank account. All right? It's the way to expand your mind and your bank account. Tune in next time to Rich People Read, my friends, and you are dismissed.
Escucha. Mío en tu habitación, solo los 2 segundos que hay que detener. Porque si no siento tu voz o tu olor, te extraño y te quiero ver. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Me haces falta, bebé. Dime qué tengo que hacer pa' tenerte de una vez, pa' no poderte perder. Dulce, eres mi bombón. Te quiero melocotón. Por ti corro un maratón. Solo de la dirección. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. Pa' mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Mira, somos perfectos, es algo indiscutible. Mi estilo y tu estilo no están disponibles. Solo soy sensible cuando te tengo porque eres irresistible. Tus labios combinan con tus ojos, porque eres tan pretty que hasta yo de eso me antojo. Chica, necesito mis anteojos. Quiero verte en noche hermosa de todos modos. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. A mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada.